story is a story not many people will know about. It's a story about my experience with a lost episode of Spongebob. Don't try and Google it. I've already tried. Nothing ever shows up. It's strange. Not anything at all. The cool, crisp Sunday evening in which the new Spongebob episode would premiere, and I sat there waiting, my screen tuned to the channel Nickelodeon. I really wish I went outside to play football or something, because this Spongebob episode would change my life. I sat there for what seems like hours, waiting for SpongeBob's big, glowing, yellow, boxy face to appear on screen. When it finally did, in the commercial I've been waiting for, finally it appeared on my television in front of me. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I always knew this one. It was SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants. Me and 1,000 other kids answered in unison, SpongeBob SquarePants. And the episode began. The title card was a bit weird though. Instead of the normal fonts for SpongeBob, it had a weird, creepy, dripping red effect. It said, SpongeBob's Lament, with a scary picture of SpongeBob next to it. And this unnerved me greatly. I decided to watch the episode anyways, because I love SpongeBob that much. I got into the episode, and what was waiting for me there was an open shot of the Krusty Krab. Its bubbles faded on top of the screen and it all popped, and it showed SpongeBob inside of his fry cook station. SpongeBob was hunched over in the corner, gnawing on something loudly. This continued for a few minutes until a loud snap, like he snapped a bone, and he started sucking marrow out of it. He turned towards the camera, staring straight into my eyes, blood leaking down his chin. That's when I saw it, a blue tentacle grasped between his firm yellow hands. He made a big swallow, and I saw the gulp travel across his body, and it went into his stomach. He was eating Squidward tentacles. I knew this couldn't be. SpongeBob would never do this. He would never eat Squidward. He loved Squidward. Even though Squidward did not return the feelings, I knew this would never happen. I got scared and I wondered if I've been hacked. I googled, have I been hacked? Thankfully, it said no. But unthankfully, it means this was real. This was the real SpongeBob, eating Squidward. I screamed and I slammed the door 7 times. My parents came in the room and they were like, why are you slamming your door? And I was like, SpongeBob ate Squidward. I couldn't get it out of my mouth. I was paralyzed with fear. I couldn't do anything. My world was spinning and crumbling around me. But when I turned to the TV, it was a normal SpongeBob episodes. In fact, I've seen this one before. It was called Band Geeks. It was one of my favorite episodes, because in this episode, Patrick says the funny line, and he goes, is mayonnaise an instrument? I always loll to myself whenever I hear that line. It reminds me of the meme. My parents leave my room thinking nothing's wrong, but when I look back to the TV, it's back into the Krusty Krab. But this time, SpongeBob's closer to the screen. I can feel his breathing coming from my 40-inch television. It's a lot better than yours, I bet. It's a 40K plasma flat screen, and it's a lot nicer than yours. But anyways, it doesn't matter about how bad your TV or how poor you are compared to me. SpongeBob had killed Patrick as well, and I saw his body hanging by a hook. There's a hook through his body, and his head was chopped off and on the fryer being turned into Krabby Patties. So I screamed once more, and my parents came in my room. I said, is everything okay? Do you have your sippy cup full of milk? I said, yes, I do. But SpongeBob, look. And I pointed to the TV, but it was back to the other episode. Back like nothing was ever wrong. Patrick was there too, same with Squidward, and they were alive, not dead. And I started freaking out. Was this even real? Was it a hallucination? I wondered and pondered. I returned to the episode, and SpongeBob was even closer this time. It looks like he could reach out of the TV and grab me, and he did just that. He reached out of the television and grabbed me by the collar of my neck and lifted me 3 feet in the air, so I was level with him. And he said,
I know where you live. I'm coming to get you. I will eat you up like a Krabby Patty. Hey, ha.
I started screaming as SpongeBob himself said he knew where I was. SpongeBob said it, and he said he would eat me up like a Krabby Patty. And everybody knows that SpongeBob likes to chow down on those, like he really goes ham. I screamed again, and my parents came into my room angry this time, holding a giant oversized whip. And they said they were gonna whip me with it. I said, no, don't whip me. Don't whip me.